Well, this should come as no surprise. Jennifer Lopez has officially filed a divorce from Ben Affleck. Bennifer is over again.
It's official. Jennifer Lopez has filed for divorce from Ben Affleck, and we all knew this was coming, but the way she did it is what's interesting. Usually when somebody files for divorce, especially a celebrity, they tend to get an attorney involved to just make sure everything goes over smoothly. But J-Lo filed pro per, which means she filed by herself and without an attorney. Now, when big celebrities split up, there's always talks about whether the couple had a prenuptial agreement, and when Jennifer Lopez filed for divorce, none of the documents mentioned a prenup. Sources close to the couple told TMZ that there is indeed no prenuptial agreement. On top of that, a lot of people are talking about why Jennifer Lopez chose today of all days to file for divorce, and it's not just a coincidence. That's because today, August 20th, marks the second anniversary of that huge traditional wedding ceremony that Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck had 2 years ago in Georgia.
So it looks like the relationship between Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck has taken a surprising turn after spending 20 years apart. They got back together and tied the knot, but now they're calling it quits after just 2 years of marriage. Their love story had everyone buzzing from their big wedding at Ben's place in Savannah to all the glitzy events they attended together. It felt like a real-life Hollywood movie. But behind the scenes, things weren't as good as they seemed. Even though everyone was interested in their reunion, the couple faced some tough times that slowly started to wear on their relationship. In the months leading up to the split, there were whispers about trouble in paradise, especially with Ben missing from important events and them putting their La Mansion up for sale. Those were pretty clear signs that things weren't right, even though they tried to look happy together. The final straw came when Jennifer filed for divorce on August 20th, a date that used to mean a lot to them since it was their second wedding anniversary. She went ahead and did it without a lawyer, making the tough call to end what many thought would be her fairy tale ending.
Lopez has officially filed for divorce from Ben Affleck. A lot of people saw this coming, but I still think it's really sad. TMZ published this exclusive article today. They report that J-Lo filed legal documents on Tuesday in Los Angeles, but they weren't filed by a lawyer. She filed pro per, meaning by herself and without an attorney. She listed the date of their separation as April 26, 2024. As TMZ reports, J-Lo and Ben got married in Vegas on July 16, 2022, but today is also significant as August 20th, 2022 is when they had a huge wedding ceremony in Georgia. In the documents, J-Lo does not state whether there is a prenup, and sources report to TMZ that there is no prenup, meaning whatever earnings or profit that they made during their nearly 2 years of marriage is community property. They've both had multiple projects within this time, and according to the documents, Jennifer waived spousal support and is also asking the judge to deny Ben the support as well. They don't have children together, so there are no custody issues.
For months, there have been talk about trouble in paradise for Jennifer Lopez, and Ben Affleck fans started picking up on some signs that things weren't great between the two. One big red flag was when Ben skipped the Met Gala in May, a major event that Jennifer usually attends. They had been pretty much glued to each other at public events since getting back together, so his absence raised some eyebrows. Then they put their $60 million Ella home up for sale, which only added fuel to the fire about their relationship status. As more insiders started talking, it became clear that they had been living apart since March. Even though they still made public appearances together, reports said Ben was spotted staying solo at a place in Brentwood, away from the home he shared with Jennifer. The tension was obvious, even if they tried to keep things under wraps. Selling their home was another sign that their marriage was in trouble. As the insider information kept coming, fans were left to connect the dots. Neither Lopez nor Affleck addressed these rumors directly, but the signs were hard to miss. Their growing distance became more noticeable as time went on. By summer, it was clear that things had changed a lot. The couple that used to be inseparable was now living separate lives, both physically and emotionally. Anyone who had followed their story knew this was more than just a rough patch. It felt like the beginning of the end. Then came August 20th, a date that used to mean love and celebration for them. Instead, it turned into a day of big changes when Jennifer decided to file for divorce, officially ending her marriage to Ben Affleck. The date wasn't random. It was the second anniversary of their wedding in Savannah. But instead of celebrating, Jennifer was filing for divorce on her own without a lawyer. This move says a lot about her mindset and her determination to move forward. Solo filing pro per is a big deal. It shows she's ready to handle the legal stuff on her own terms without needing a lawyer. This indicates she's prepared to take charge of her future, even while dealing with the emotional ups and downs of a high-profile divorce. Going solo also sends a strong message. Jennifer is ready to stand on her own 2 feet without relying on anyone, not even a legal team. One surprising detail from the divorce filing is that there's no prenuptial agreement in Hollywood. It's pretty rare for couples like them to make merry without one. This raises some serious questions about how their finances will be handled during the divorce. Without a prenup, anything they earn during their marriage could be considered community property in California, which might lead to a messy legal battle over their wealth. But despite the potential for financial drama, Jennifer Lopez has made it clear she doesn't want spousal support. Her divorce filing specifically asks the judge to deny any claims for support from Ben Affleck. This shows she's ready to move on without any ties to her soon-to-be ex-husband.
Year-old Ben Affleck is ready to call an end to his 2-year marriage, going as far as to claim the decision to tie the knot was down to temporary insanity. A source says that the star has come to his senses after previously being so in love with 54-year-old Jennifer Lopez that he could not think straight.
Now that things have calmed down a bit, we can see how things went south for Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. They officially separated on April 26, 2024, which is a key date in figuring out what went wrong in their marriage. While it might seem like just a date, it probably marks the end of a long stretch of growing apart and unresolved issues. By the time they filed for separation, their marriage had already quietly ended way before anyone else knew. Their last public outing was in March at a movie premiere, but even then it was clear something was off. The spark that used to light up their appearances together seemed to be fading not long after rumors started flying that Ben was spending more time on his own stuff and hanging out with his kids from his previous marriage to Jennifer Garner. That was the start of their divorce. A big moment came in late April when Ben was seen with Jennifer Garner dropping their daughter off at Yale. The fact that Lopez wasn't there for such a big family event only added fuel to the fire about their marriage troubles. After that trip, Ben and Garner headed back to LA together, which made it even clearer that he and Lopez were drifting apart. When they got back to LA, it was obvious they had decided to live separate lives. Jennifer missing out on that important family moment, combined with Ben getting cozy with Garner, raised a lot of eyebrows and caught the media's attention. By the time Lopez filed for divorce on August 20th, they had been living apart for almost 4 months, and both had started moving on in their own ways. Under all the legal stuff and headlines, there's a really personal story of heartbreak going on. Jennifer Lopez, who has always been known for her strength, is going through a tough time right now. People close to her say she's feeling pretty let down and sad. This isn't just about a marriage ending, it's like the end of a dream she really believed in. When Jennifer got back together with Ben Affleck after 20 years since their first engagement fell apart, it seemed like a fairy tale. They were two people finding their way back to each other after all that time. But behind the scenes, things weren't so rosy. Sork say she's really heartbroken about how things turned out, especially after all the effort she put into making it work. It's not just the marriage ending that hurts, it's also the feeling that Ben wasn't as committed to saving it as she was. Ben's apparent indifference has made this whole situation even sadder. While Jennifer was ready to fight for their marriage, it seems like Ben started to pull away, focusing more on work and his kids instead of their relationship. This emotional distance became too much for Jennifer, who realized she couldn't keep holding on to something that wasn't being nurtured by both of them. And it's not just Jen and Ben feeling the impact of this divorce. Their fans are feeling it too. People have been following their love story for years, from their first engagement in the early 2000s to their surprise reunion and marriage. Now, many fans are heartbroken and sharing their feelings on social media, trying to figure out what went wrong. A person commented saying, "I'm not surprised the writing was on the wall when Ben started missing all those big events. It's sad, but maybe it's for the best." Another one wrote, "No prenup, that's wild. I really hope they can keep things civil and not let it turn into a messy public battle." For a lot of people, Bennifer was a symbol of hope that true love could last even after years apart. Now that they're getting divorced, that hope feels shattered. But what are your thoughts on the end of Bennifer? Do you think there's still hope for reconciliation? Or is this truly the end? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on your favorite celebrities.